Hi guys, welcome back to DeFi Daily. Today we are going to talk about impermanent loss and how you can protect yourself. I will show you a couple of dexes that are offering the impermanent loss protection. So it means that you can provide liquidity, you can start earning passive income without having to worry about impermanent loss protection. And as you will see, there are more and more dexes that are trying to implement this kind of feature. I will also show you what are the upside, so what are the positive effects of this kind of feature and what could be the side effect of this kind of implementation. Just before to start, guys, remember that this channel is about educational content and nothing has to be intended as financial advice. And if you want to invest in anything, great, but do always your own research first. And also, if you enjoy this content, guys, remember to leave a big thumbs up and drop a comment. I know that's just a small effort for you, but really means a lot to me. Okay, let's start immediately. I want to add one thing. In the next couple of days, I will be in Singapore. So if you are in this area, feel free to write me on Telegram or any other channel that you can find into the description below. So maybe we can organize a meetup. If you want, I'm here until, let's say, 10 days, something like that. So feel free to write me on any kind of channel. Okay, let's start immediately. What is the impermanent loss? Because in order to understand why different dexes are trying to offer this kind of feature, we have first of all to understand why so many people are so scared about impermanent loss. You have to know that in the moment when you are using a dex, so you are trying to trade some asset on any decentralized protocol, what you are using is a pool. A pool is like a box where inside there are the tokens, token A or token B, that you want to swap. The problem is that in the moment when you are providing liquidity to a protocol, in order to allow to the protocol to complete, to fulfill this kind of trades, you are adding the liquidity and in exchange you are receiving a receipt. This receipt is representing what you will receive in exchange. The point is that when you will withdraw, you will not receive the exact amount of token A and token B that you have deposited inside. You will receive a different amount. This different amount is represented by the percentage of the pool that you are owning, because the receipt is telling you, man, you are owning a certain amount of this pool. That's the reason why they are called LP tokens, liquidity provider tokens. So the liquidity you have provided and that you will be able to withdraw. But it is represented not in an exact amount of token A and token B, but in a sort of percentage of the pool. Just to give you an idea, let's suppose that at the beginning, this is an impermanent loss calculator that if you are interested of, I will leave it also into the description below. And Daily DeFi, it is the website, but it's not owned by me, but I don't know who is the owner. In any case, the tool is quite great. So let's suppose that we have token A that is $1, that is a stable coin. And on the other side, we have another crypto that has right now a value of $10. Let's suppose that in the moment when you are gonna withdraw your funds, the stable coin has remained at the same value. But the token B has grown so much, has gone from $10 to $100. And that's an increase that is not so uncommon in the moment when, for example, the bull market will start again. In that moment, we will see many cryptos, many tokens that has dropped by 90%, 95%, being able to recover again. So this kind of upside, it is absolutely possible. The point is that in the moment when you are gonna withdraw, you will receive much less of token B compared to the amount that you have deposited inside. Because imagine of having this box, and with each trade, people are withdrawing a certain amount of token B in order to and paying with the token A. Let's say that we have USDC with ETH. If we want to sell ETH, it means that you are putting inside the box, inside the pool, ETH, and you are withdrawing USDC and vice versa. The point is that the more trading are happening, the more the amount of token A and token B is differing during the time, and it is differing according to how the price is changing. So In this case, for example, if token B is growing by 10 times, it means that you will encounter an impermanent loss of 42%. It means that comparing of having your tokens instead of into the liquidity pool just into your wallet, compared to the amount that you will receive in the moment when you are withdrawing your LP tokens, so the liquidity you have deposited inside the DEX, you will receive a corresponding amount that is lower than 42% compared to the amount that you would have just holding in your wallet. Remember that the impermanent loss is happening no matter what, if the price is going up or down. The only case where you will not encounter any impermanent loss is if the future price will be equal to the initial price. As you can see, if at the initial we had $1 and $10, if at the end we have 1 and 10, the impermanent loss would be 0. But if in case token B, instead of going up by 10, goes down by 10x, the impermanent loss will be still the same, because it's not a matter if the price is appreciating or depreciating, it's just a matter of how it is differing from the initial point. So that's a big problem, because in the moment when you are providing liquidity, you know for sure that with any probability you will encounter some kind of loss. If the price is moving just by half, so it is just divided by 2 or going up by 2, the impermanent loss will be 5%, so quite more distant, but in any case quite significant. So that's the reason why protocols, knowing that this is a big problem for many liquidity providers, are trying to solve it. How they are trying to solve it. For example, we have been talking about Thor Chain. If you missed that video, I will leave also the link to that one into the right corner here. You will find an overview about the Thor Chain, how does it work, and also about Thor Swap. Thor Chain is offering, and in this case Thor Swap is offering, an impermanent loss protection. So it means that in the moment when you are depositing liquidity on Thor Swap, you will be protected from the impermanent loss. The protection will be active in the moment when you are leaving your liquidity for at least 100 days into the protocol. In the case you are withdrawing it before this time, instead of having 100% of protection, you will have an amount that is according to the number of days that you have deposited it into the protocol. Let's say that you are leaving it for 30 days, you will have an impermanent loss protection by 30%. Another protocol that is offering a quite similar approach is Bancor. Bancor is a protocol that is quite interesting. It is just launching right now. It will be launching the 11th of May, the new version, Bancor 3. Bancor is quite an interesting DEX that it is being introducing many new features, and it is evolving quite fast with quite interesting also opportunities. I will not go in depth about the different news that came out on Bancor. I will leave in any case this link where it is explaining Bancor 3 what it will be implementing in order to give you the possibility to go deeper inside. Maybe if you are interested, let me know, because maybe we can go even deeper on it. Just write me into the comment section below. The reason why I'm talking about it today is because it is offering an impermanent loss protection that it is quite immediate. If with the previous version it was requiring at least 100 days in order to mature that kind of impermanent loss protection, in this case will be quite immediate. It's not the only one that is offering this kind of protection, because the impermanent protection is something that is becoming every day more popular. For example, as you can see from this announcement by Instaraise, that is a DEX on Tezos, they are saying that Instadex will be a DEX that will offer impermanent loss protection. It is coming soon, so it is not yet live. So quite close to what is Bancor 3, it is not yet live, at least not in the moment when I'm recording this video. Maybe in the moment when you will see it, Bancor 3 will be already active. In any case, if it will be so, I will leave the link to it into the description below, so you will have the opportunity to check it by yourself. Instadex will be another DEX that will offer this kind of impermanent protection. Instadex is still a work in progress protocol, so here you can find a couple of new information about it, but still we don't have all the details on how this impermanent loss protection will work, but we can expect more news from them quite soon. Another protocol that is offering an impermanent loss protection is Elk Finance, that is offering an impermanent loss protection with, here it is, coverage start at 0% and increase by 2.5% daily on linear vesting schedule for 40 days. So it means that after 40 days, you will have a coverage by 100%. Another protocol that is offering something close to it is Defi Swap. That is a protocol that is quite a small protocol, because as you can see from the home page here, the total value locked is really low, just 100k. The reason why I'm showing it, even if it is having a so low total value locked, is because I want to help you to understand that impermanent loss protection is something that is becoming a trend. Much more protocols every day are trying to improve from this kind of side, because impermanent loss is something that is stopping many people to provide liquidity. And having a low liquidity on DEXs is something that is so dangerous. We have seen what happened with Phantom. If you missed that video, I will leave all the link into the right corner here. And low liquidity means much more volatility, much more easy to attack the price. So in order to improve the overall AMM, so the world of DEXs, decentralized exchanges, where you can trade different tokens, we need much more liquidity. And giving the possibility to offer impermanent loss protection is something that would be every day more important. In any case, don't just type into a protocol just because it's offering an impermanent loss protection. Always check the total value locked, because if the total value locked is too low, it is in any case quite risky to use that kind of protocol. Always check what are the conditions at which you will receive the impermanent loss protection. And most of all, always remember which kind of token will be used to pay your impermanent loss protection, because obviously the much volatile is the asset that has been used to repay you with the impermanent loss protection. Also more risky is your reward, because if the price that it has been used to pay you as a reward will be dumping, in that case, yes, at the beginning you had a protection, but at the end of the story, the real amount, the real value that you will be able to regain will be much lower. A possible downside of this kind of protection is that it will increase the inflation, or at least the circulating supply of certain kind of tokens that will be distributed just to cover impermanent loss. Because always remember, even if some case you are thinking, oh, so cool, they are offering me this kind of reward, but remember, much more tokens are going into the market, more selling pressure there will be. More selling pressure means also lower prices usually. We can't just print money. All we can do is try to create value, solving problems, and trying to attract more users. In this case, personally, I like the idea of having some kind of impermanent loss protection, even if it means more selling pressure. And the reason why I like the impermanent loss protection, even if it is increasing the selling pressure, is because impermanent loss is one of the concepts that is so difficult to understand for the major part, for the new incomes users. And having some way to don't have to worry anymore about it, it is something that will for sure increase the experience, improve the experience of people using DeFi. I don't know if you ever tried to explain to someone how the impermanent loss is working, but most of the time, if you are trying it, you will receive some kind of feedbacks like, my God, what does it mean? Why I have to worry about it? Oh my God, it's too complex, and it is stopping people to come into this industry. That's the reason why I think that increasing selling pressure, but for a good reason. So in order to increase the accessibility of this market, this is something that could help the industry to grow. So at least in my opinion, this kind of protection are quite welcome, because the easy is the experience, and the smoothest it is, also the more powerful and the more upside for the overall DeFi industry there is. Guys, let me know if you know any other protocol that is offering this kind of impermanent loss protection. Let me know what do you think about the impermanent loss protection, or if you're using any of these protocols. Just let me know into the comment section below. Remember, if you enjoy this content, leave me also a big thumbs up, drop a comment. Just so small effort for you, but so big meaning for me, and also for other people that can retrieve this content, helping them to be more aware of what's going on into this market. Okay guys, I will see you tomorrow with another video. Thanks for following me, and have a good day. Bye.